What's up, guys? Just wanted to post a video, feeding video as well, of my Angolan pythons. All these, both my male and female, have got a bit of fairy tale names. Well, the English name, if you had directly translated, it's basically Hansel and Gretel. But in Afrikaans, you would call them Hansie and Grietjie. So, yeah, what I'd like to do with my Angolan pythons, just because they've got quite a strong feeding response, is I put them in tubs first, and there are their enclosures. Everything with all my enclosures are thermostatically controlled. Just want to get her in, and it does help in a way, just to get them slightly, just a bit more mellow. And yeah, let me just grab, I did heat these rats up. It's actually one of my favorite species keeping. And I find that especially with German breeders, let's just first actually feed her and I can carry on. I'll check this girl's insane feeding response. You can also hear that, especially when I'm going to lift her up. She should have like a mellow, whistling kind of screeching sound. Oh, obviously she's not going to do not, because I'm going to explain it to you. Oh, there she does it. And yeah, it's one of those species, I find especially in Europe, that the guys, when they rear the babies, they tend to feed them way too much. I've checked on some of the Angolan python groups of guys feeding hatchling Angolan pythons 2 rat pinks every 5 days. And they actually a species that tends to build up quite a lot of fat very quickly in proportion to their body. I mean, this female, I would say she probably weighs about 3.5 kilograms. Probably pushing close, between 3.5 and 4 kgs. And if you can look at her body looks absolutely perfect. So even at this stage, this meal and the next meal, and she'll be in tip-top shape to breed this year. And that's, I think it's one of the things that a lot of guys have wrong with Angolan pythons, is they just completely overfeed them. They aren't like ball pythons and many other snakes that you can power feed. Not that I power feed at all. I don't believe in power feeding. I believe that your snake is going to last quite a few years less if you do the power feeding routine. Just for interest's sake, I want to show you some. Well, this is a little demon, but that's how they look when they're a little bit smaller. This one is 4.5 months old. Now this one usually has a a striking response. But yeah, that's male. You can check here one of my females. Almost time to fill that water bowl again. So, I mean, literally, just to prove my point, well, I'm sure some other snakes do it as well, but These ones were fed the day before yesterday, and automatically they just come out, want to feed again, and yeah, they will, I can promise you, they will eat the food. Even if you give them something that's oversized, they will eat it. And yeah, I've seen it numerous times in other groups. Yeah, just get a bit of focus. And yeah, the reality is 90% of the time, the females are grown too quickly. I mean, you've seen on many other groups, guys will breed ball pythons, females, at 12 months. Angolan pythons, you most certainly will not be able to breed a female at 12 months. I'm more of the opinion, if you really want to have it like as a goal of yours, I would not go anything less than 3 years. Preferably 4, especially for females. But yeah, at the end, people will most probably just say, oh, it's your animals, it's your prerogative. But I just think the main thing is, when working with reptiles, it's, when you have a hobby, it's supposed to be about the hobby and not just about making money. I mean, I find number one thing for me is, if you have a passion for animals, why try and exploit it just to get maximum money? Yeah, there's obviously a lot of hidden costs and stuff with keeping reptiles. Yeah, electricity, for instance, I'm in South Africa, electricity prices have gone up about 60% in the last 4 years. Yeah, they've basically said, our government has said that the prices are going to go up again by another 20% in the next 2 years. So, yeah, for those of you that don't know what load shedding is, go look it up. It's what we have in South Africa. It's rolling blackouts. Government can't provide enough electricity for the country. And yeah, guys like me that have reptiles, especially these guys, Angolan pythons, they want a hot spot of 30 to 32 degrees. So we have power cuts, anything between 4 and 10 hours a day. 4 hours is usually our longest stretch. And yeah, they're going to need backup power. So we've got about 100,000 rands worth of backup system that we installed, and we're looking to spend another 80,000. So yeah, it does really get an expensive hobby. And yeah, not so much with the Angolan pythons. Look, you'll have obviously your rack systems, and then you've got the heating elements, and everything has to be thermostatically controlled. Yeah, those all thermostatically controlled. These ones also thermostatically controlled, timers, all that. And then when you work with lizards and tortoises and stuff like that, you need these kind of lights, UVB lights. And yeah, these are the very high output bulbs. They last easily 12 months. Also wrote it there, just in case I'll sell it to somebody. If I buy a bulk order, it's always easier for me to just buy a bulk order and then I can supply to some friends. And yeah, these ones are roughly about 700 rand for a tube. You don't have to go to this extent though. These are, in my opinion, like the best of the best UVB lights. So yeah, my Angolan's enclosures, lights are off, so it's really looking a bit poor in here. Just a artificial rock hide, big water bowl. Female, I just have a big nesting box, and then it's just cocoa husk in there. And to just prove my point with the reptile hobby being quite an expensive hobby, my suppliers are, believe it or not, running a bit low at the moment. But yeah, once again, these are not just for snakes. Just UVA, UVB tubes. Yeah, all different calcium powder supplements. And yeah, then I've got these very, very cool South African product, for those of you guys that don't know, F10. It's made in Pretoria. And I also like giving my snakes, I'll even inject it into the food, especially before breeding season. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I like giving them, this is Protexin, it's a probiotic. I can't see that it'll do any harm. And obviously this one and this one, in my opinion, being your best calcium supplements for your reptiles. Always have extra mesh cages. I firmly believe in that. I see it too often that guys have enclosures and the snakes are kept in them. And yeah, the snakes are they're gonna burn someday. If it's not immediately, it's gonna be someday. So yeah. Well, cool guys. I gotta go. If you guys have any queries on breeding techniques, anything like that, you can pop it down below. Like I've mentioned to some of my friends as well, YouTube channel is something I'm completely new at. I posted one video more than 10 years ago and I've never touched the thing since. So yeah, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe, comment, and share with other reptile keepers. Cool. Cheers from South Africa.